Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy So, and welcome back to the channel for another episode of Fight Rewind. This time, we're covering BKFC 57, and today, I got Jomi, the Archangel Escoboza, joining us here on the show, and we're getting ready to talk about his big fight coming up February 2nd. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, brother? How's everything? Thanks for having me on. De lo mío, Plátano gang.
De lo mío, coño, Dominicano, stand up. We in here, man.
Yeah.
Jomi, I'm not only have been impressed with your recent fights, right? Right now you're currently 2-1 in BKFC. We know you have a much better record when it comes to bare knuckle because of your vast experience. In your last fight versus Esteban Rodriguez, I noticed that you fought a taller, heavier fighter, and that was one of the few times that's happened to you because for a 185er, you tend to be on the bigger side. How did that type of training differ from the type of training you're doing to face Isaac Doolittle February 2nd, who's a shorter opponent, but still in that same weight class?
So the training is kind of the same. What actually happened for that training camp was I was helping one of my boys, Yorlan Fuentes. He fights for BYB. He's fighting in January 18th. He's a 205er, natural 205er. Amazing, a crazy amateur background for boxing, like over 300 fights in Cuba, and just working with him, helping him get ready for his fight, for his debut in bare knuckle. It only it was like perfect timing because around the time that I was helping him, the fight with Esteban came up. So the 205, I was like, well, I'm training with a 205 guy already, and some guy that has way more movement, way more skill. It was just like perfect timing. So the training is, I'm still training with Yorlan. He has a fight coming up, like I said, January 18th. So I'm training with him still training with smaller guys as well, and guys that are faster and just that have a lot more skill and that are a lot more dangerous than Isaac, even though he is dangerous and he is, he's very skilled. But it's just, you always want to, train with anything that's like better than your opponents, because that way when you get in the ring, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it seems like you're preparing for everything because Isaac is, like you said, an experienced BKFC fighter, a guy who's fighting some of the top contenders. And this, I think, is going to be a great challenge for you because he has a style that matches your style, right? Both of you guys are willing to fight. Both of you guys are looking to evade punches. I did notice that in your 3 fights in BKFC, including the one that you lost, which I think that you should have won, I noticed that you used the jab effectively and you really used that reach and that height that you have to your advantage. Is that what you're looking to do here against Isaac as well? Like utilize the jab in your southpaw position, or are you trying to put on a show for the people? Maybe look for the knockout if it gets to that point in the later rounds.
Yeah, so I always, I'm always looking for the finish, always looking for the knockout, trying to put on a crazy show for the fans. But in the fight, anything could happen. So it's like the opponent could be tougher than anything, and could walk through stuff and take the damage and be able to last. But yeah, it's always definitely, establish the jab, because the jab cuts everybody up like surgically. And like I've shown it, fight after fight, that my jab will keep destroying people's faces. The longer the fight goes, the more damage my opponent will have on his face. But yeah, it's always for this fight especially, Isaac is a lot shorter than me. He's powerful. It has a lot of power in his hands, and he has like some like good movement, good inside work. He's a grappler. I believe he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So he has that strong grappling base and stuff like that. So of course, for a taller guy like me, the game plan is always going to be, keep the reach, keep control of the distance. Keep control of the distance. If we get close, sneak, be active, be very active in the clinch. If I'm not active in the clinch, wrap up and let the ref break it up. But and drop all my weight on him and just on some Tyson Fury flow, get him tired and stuff, get his arms tired. But yeah, it's just, so the game plan is basically like a Tyson Fury game plan. Tyson Fury is always taller than all his opponents. Jab, movement, stay on the outside, but also put pressure, because he's gonna be the smaller guy. he's gonna want to bully. He's gonna want to come forward. So I just have to out bully the bully while keeping control of the distance, and just and using a lot of angles. Using a lot of angles.
You mentioned something earlier in your response that I found quite interesting. The fact that you can go 5 rounds, because not a lot of guys that fight in that heavier weight class, the 185s, the 205s, are they used to going the distance, right? Because they're used to looking for the knockout and getting it quickly. That's something that I think you have an advantage here, because for a big guy like yourself, you carry your stamina very well, and we saw that in the Esteban fight, right? A guy who's taller, bigger than you, trying to put his weight on you, and you were able to withstand that. For this fight, is that something that you're willing to do or feel comfortable at once you're in that fourth, fifth round? Like, all right, I'm in my zone now. I think that the opponent is gassed. Now I can turn up and really execute the game plan.
Yeah, for sure. Like coming into BKFC, their rounds are 2 minutes. I started
Right.
off, in BYB, their rounds are 3 minutes. And then my championship fight, when I won the 85 belt, we went 7 3-minute rounds. And it
Wow.
was nonstop action because, with Renee, White Boy, he was coming forward, like he was putting pressure the whole entire time. So
Right.
for me, I had to keep moving, keep moving, and then putting pressure as well because I don't want to lose the fight just moving around and not throwing. So
Right.
just with that, like I came into BKFC with like a better stamina or like a better cardio than most guys. But yeah, 2 minutes is shorter, but how do you call it? Like it's more intense too. So it's a lot more action because
Okay.
guys throw more. It's less time. But yeah, it definitely helps me out. And I always try to like wear down my opponents and try to get the like the nastier brutality fatality types type style finish where I hurt them, and then at the end you hear that voice that says finish him.
That's awesome, dog. And then you got to go. All right, which controller and
Exactly,
combo am I gonna hit in order to get the
exactly,
brutality
yeah,
or the fatality? I like it. I like it.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
I think, like I said, man, I think that this fight is great. I've spoken to Isaac. I've interviewed him before. I know that he's a willing and seeking fighter, and I think the style really matches up well with your style. So I think this fight is going to be something that the fans are going to really get to enjoy on February 2nd, man. And I can't wait to see it in person. My last question though is a fun question. I gotta know: are you coming out to a merengue, a bachata? Are we dropping a dembow on the walkout? What are we doing here? Let me know so I can get ready, get the tambora going.
It might be a dembow or it might be a perico ripiao. A
Okay,
típico, with
I
with
like
the
that.
guiras and everything. You feel me? That
I'll
that,
be
that
ready.
hype beat, that
Shit.
hype beat. Y
All right, all right.
después, and then after they can play, the DJ could spin up a little sad, a really really sad bachata, because it's gonna be a sad day for my opponent.
I like that. I like that. I like that. We're looking forward to it, and I'm sure Ecuador is gonna be there in full effect, man, to keep cheering you on.
Yes,
Again, Jomi, I can't explain the pride I feel, man, to see another Dominican going out there in the fight game
that
doing
on
their thing, man. So, best of luck to you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna keep putting it on for the Platanos. Show us
Let's
that
do it.
that us Dominicans are not only in baseball. We can jump into boxing. We could jump into bare knuckle boxing. But hey, just know, Dominicans, we have the first 185-pound bare knuckle boxing champion in history. So,
Yes,
and
sir.
then I'll be the first. I'll be the first to how do you call it to be the first two promotional champ too. So Dominican's gonna have that soon.
Let's go, man.
Cool.
Let the people know where they can find you on Instagram, Jomi.
So on Instagram, you can find me at JOMI_Kung Fu, and that's like my fight page. You can find all my fight stuff on there, funny stuff, meme stuff, and stuff like that. Foodie stuff. I love food. We
Let's
love
go.
cooking. My girl's Peruvian, so we like mixing in that Dominican Peruvian cuisine and
That's a
stuff.
nice mix.
And then, yeah, for sure. And then also, my other Instagram is the same thing, JOMI_real estate. So if you want to buy, sell, or lease in Florida, you can contact me anytime, through social media or through my phone number, 754-213-6950. And I work with rentals, with buying, selling, everything, residential, commercial, land properties all over Florida. You just contact me and I'll get you the knockout deals.
Awesome. Let's go, Yomi, for the deals, man. Let's go. Yomi, I appreciate you joining us here on Sports with Soso, man. Looking forward to seeing you again on February 2nd, brother. Take care.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me. Ya tu sabes, de lo mío, doing it for the
Vamos.
plátanos.
Vamos. All right, y'all. Make sure to check out my man Yomi on Instagram and hit him up if you ever have any real estate needs as well. Appreciate you guys joining us here on Sports with Soso YouTube channel. Make sure to hit the like button, drop a comment, and let us know what you think of this interview. Until next time, peace.